Welcome back to the second series of the night. We are going to watch Team Underdogs try to get their first win of the day, first map at least, hopefully for them, against Team Entropy here. Yeah, we saw them play against Paradigm 6 and that previous game, and that wasn't necessarily pretty.
But they will at least have been warmed up here on Ilios. We will return to Greece here for our first map between these two teams. And the one thing that I can definitely say about Team Underdogs is also the fact that mechanically they don't really seem that they're lacking as much as just the team cohesion. Just having that team practice in and just being on the same page when it comes to protecting the back line or just diving together. Will be probably their next step into becoming a better team in the future. So excited to see what they can bring. But so far, actually a double hit scan composition coming out for Entropy here. It runs on that soldier and Gene on them McCree.
Pretty cool. I haven't seen that in a while. Considering the fact that we have Genji and Tracer, I'm not too sure how good of an idea it is. Nice positioning though. Darky does get picked up immediately though, and I imagine that they're going to be wanting to switch up their composition with, you know, how fast they get blown up here.
As only Savage Beast, the only one to be taken down here for Team Underdogs. But still, that was definitely a very strong first team fight win for Team Underdog, as we see Smokey actually going in very deep. Will be punished. Drafty picking up another kill, but Bulls in the back picking one of his own onto Gene, and so far even getting hooked will be 2 kills in advantage of Team Entropy. Savage Beast now will be really close. Finally goes down, and things are looking better and better for Entropy.
Yeah, and we were talking during the break about how Paradigm would look so good because they were always attacking as a unit, right? They were very dive heavy, but they always coordinated very well. And what we see here is first, like you said, Smokey goes in really aggressively. They're still able to hold, so we can talk about this for a while. Smokey goes in really aggressively, then gets picked off. Then you have Bulls playing aggressively on Tracer, getting hooked and getting picked off, and then Savage Beast is still there. So they were kind of disjointed in their offense. Regardless, able to win the follow-up fight, so it's not too much of an issue, but it's nice to see these little things that really differ between the two teams, or the 3 teams so far.
And we will see 2 ultimates already being popped, and Savage Beast surprisingly not manages to find much success with that blade. Will not matter as the rest of the team picking up the slack. Bulls getting a double kill there, and Savage Beast now will go down. Gene actually trying to keep it up, but the problem is that 80% already built up for Team Underdogs, and they will have the attack visor in response to another push. Sound barrier is coming up soon for Daggers, and that should be enough to stall things out for G-Jow to get his Transcendence, but Darky getting the kill onto Bulls once again. This has to be their push.
Yeah, on the 65 position. Not able to really get a follow-up kill though, and with 2 people being picked off. Nice combination here though. First we have Mamo's Primal Rage combined with Darky's whole hold, but it just isn't enough.
And we'll see, unfortunately for Mamo, trying desperately to push overtime as much as possible. Will go down, and this will be a pretty easy 1-0 win for Team Underdogs.
Yeah, I really like the Zenyatta pick here. I mean, we didn't really go over it because, you know, Zenyatta's a very supportive supporter. He doesn't really allow for as much flashy plays as, say, an Ana. I mean, when you think about it, Ana's the few supporters like really have flashy plays. Now that she's still in the game, after the next patch, I'm not entirely sure.
If those changes go live, that is.
Nah, all jokes aside, I think there's probably still a niche for her. She still does things that other supports can't, but it's really going to be really interesting to see how the meta looks like after the next round of PTR buffs hits live, or nerfs and buffs rather. But yeah, I like Zenyatta. After the buffs, he's going to be even sicker. For those of you who aren't familiar with the PTR yet, Ana's getting nerfed really harshly, and Zenyatta is going to be able to burst people or discord people through shields. Winston gets a buff as well, so dive comps are gonna be huge.
And so far, Savage Beast getting that first blood. Darky though answers with a kill of his own. Finally, Vortex will be able to take down Mamo. A bit left all by himself in that back line means that he will go down, but still an all-out brawl, and Underdogs take control of this first point once more. There's Darky.
Wow, not even having to hook.
Punishes Bulls again. And that's the problem. You do have to keep in mind the fact that the secondary fire coming out of Roadhog did get buffed recently, so that is going to be a problem for those squishies. But gets a hook onto Vortex with the kill follow-up is going to be good, but Smokey still getting 2 return kills, and with the pulse bomb, Bulls will manage to take down both Mamo and Drafty, and even Daggers claiming a kill of his own onto the opposing Lucio means that Team Underdogs will be asserting their dominance here on Ilios.
Man, Smokey got a jump kill there. Always feels so good. You know, when you just jump on someone and they blow up. Oh, Chico gets picked off though. Not great positioning there by him if Darky's able to hit him there. Vortex immediately able to retaliate, but looks like this might be the push for Team Entropy here.
And Darky coming up huge on that Roadhog, and that is another thing, as they will be finally able to take a hold of this point. Roadhog is extremely annoying when it comes to Winston just dealing with him. If you dive in and you get hooked, that means instant punishment for you. So it's very, very dangerous, and as we've seen, it's even more so dangerous for Tracer, as he didn't even need the hook to confirm that kill, but it seems like Savage Beast will be able to get Mamo a bit too deep, and now with the sound barrier, maybe, just maybe, they can manage to hold, but still, 2 down for Team Entropy.
Yeah, Chijo's Tranquility able to pick up a lot of the damage from Darky's whole hog, and all in all, just looking like it isn't going to be enough. Ugh, man. This is gonna be another 3. I'm gonna be so sad. There's nothing but like one-sided maps all day. No one's gonna be really happy.
Well, even with that being said, it's also just the fact that these teams have been, like Underdogs right now, are just one step ahead so far. So still a really good job to and Darky, again, picking up the double kill, looking like the man to watch here for Entropy, as maybe, just maybe, he's gonna be able to help his team turn things around, as so far kills lighting up on both ends, but blue team should have the advantage. Entropy now pushing the opposition away. Overtime does kick in, but they will manage to support the point once again, and if Darky can manage to keep up his performance, they can still put up a good fight here.
Yeah, agreed. If they're to hold for 60%, so it's going to be kind of a long shot with Nano Blade and a puzzle being ready. Savage Beast looking for an opening there, jumping up and down the pillar. Nope, kill's getting picked off yet. There he is in the back line, and gets picked off by Vaxin.
Oh, but Vortex now, with Attack Visor, should be able to clean those final remaining members of Team Entropy, and as a result, much closer second round, but still win going over to the side of Team Underdogs. Yeah,
so that's a 2-0. Maybe they're going to be able to turn it around on well here. Remains to be seen. I love Darky's Roadhog play. Talked about this before, like he's the quintessential Roadhog play. He's like what Trapdoor Spy, just hangs around corners, and then once you walk past, he just pops out, hooks you, kills you, and goes off, drinks a bit, and just repeats ad infinitum. Oh, it's going to be pharmacy. It's going to happen.
And even Smokey picking up the Zarya, so interesting choice here. Still triple threat with a Zarya to back him up will be interesting to watch, as a lot of combo potential there, obviously, with the Graviton into the Pulse Bomb or Rocket Barrage even potentially, but so far, Vortex trying to do as much damage as possible with the damage boost coming out of the Mercy means that he will be able to do a lot here, but oh, he actually got hooked, but managed to boop Drafty before that. Not sure why Darky didn't get the kill follow-up. Might have needed to reload. So it was unfortunate for him. And as a result, so far, it's 3-1 in favor of Team Underdogs.
Yeah, I like the pharmacy. This is where we're sort of like switching it up a bit. It's pretty surprising that they're able to execute this so well. Then again, considering that Runs is not going to switch off that Genji, which I think is interesting. You know, you might expect him to go for either something that's more able to deal with a floating Mercy and Pharah, because Genji isn't great against that.
And we'll see what he can do. At the very least, he is going to go onto the back line. Daggers is going to be taken really low, but now all by his lonesome self is going to be forced out of that. And that is the problem, especially when it comes to playing Genji with his composition, or his team's composition rather. Now Mamo will finally stop over to the Winston, but before that, having the Reinhardt was the only potential protection for him, and not a very good one when it comes to diving onto the back line. But we'll see a lot of ultimates available for the red team. But Darky, once again, getting that kill onto Savage Beast might be enough to snowball things around, but Vortex answers with one of his own. And the Rocket Barrage will get a triple kill.
That
Vortex.
was gorgeous. Really nice vertical positioning from Vortex there. Really catching Team Entropy off guard, and that isn't going to be play of the game. You know, insert a bad here about me eating shoes or something similar. All jokes aside, Savage Beast has his ultimate, JJo has the res, Smokey has Gravity Surge. It's going to be really hard to push into this.
And we will see the Graviton go off, catching actually 5, and that could be really bad, as even Savage Beast coming in from behind, but Daggers somehow gets the kill onto Mamo. Is going to be huge, as Savage Beast now with the Attack Visor will mean that he gets the kill.
That's going to be playing the game.
Definitely over to Daggers.
Wow. Oh, yeah, no way he's getting that. Like, really nice performance by Team Underdogs there. That was such a funny game as well, because you have Smokey hitting a Graviton Surge and 5 people. Oh, there we go. Yeah, look, their Graviton's like, you have the Pulse Bomb by, with Tracer's follow-up, and it doesn't even matter. That's hilarious. Then you have 2 ultimates being wasted just because Daggers is really good at hitting boops. Man, what a game.
As even Savage Beast points out in chat, Tiesto in the mix, but that is an interesting combination that I actually don't think I've recalled to have seen in recent memory. The fact that you would pull him next to the wall with the Graviton, and then just the flanking Lucio, the unseen Lucio is the deadliest one, so...
Savage Beast is notorious for being a flanking Reinhardt, you know, because he plays a lot of Genji. So the Reinhardt style of play is something that he sometimes skews in favor of playing really aggressively. Now we see Daggers do the same. So it looks like the second map is going to be Dorado, as we're going to be loading into that shortly. Yeah, we saw Dorado last time. It was pretty one-sided. Hopefully won't be this time, because, you know, everyone loves a game where a lot more happens than one team defending for 3 minutes and the other team just pushing straight through. I think Entropy has it in them, though. I didn't think they would look very much outclassed. I just felt like their compositions didn't really hold up as well as they would have liked.
And to be fair, Darky did seem like the big shining hope for them, at the very least, getting a lot of picks and capitalizing off of it. And we've seen them at the very least fight back, so it wasn't just straight up fully one-sided match. And Team Entropy even managing to build up a decent amount of charge on that second round. Avilios wasn't too bad, too shabby, if you will, but
no, not at all.
Curious to see which are going to be the picks once again. Are we going to see more Widowmaker?
Hanzo and Widowmaker? Is it going to happen?
Oh,
like,
man.
no way they're actually going to play that, right? Like, they're on offense. It's not going to happen. But if they would, I would be so happy.
I mean, the combo is there, to be fair. So we'll see if that is the choice. I mean, again, when it comes to the offense, especially, a Widowmaker winning one team fight is enough to make the pick worth, whereas on defense, she needs to win every team fight. Else she's in potentially big trouble unless there's something like a Symmetra, obviously, that can help her come back into the fight. But another thing is, we haven't seen Torbjorn yet from any of the teams tonight on defense. It's
I like the Bjorn. I think he's cool.
He's definitely really strong. He's seen most play on Nepal, to be fair. So.
Oh yeah, when you have like those super aggressive positioning with your turret, and then once it's set up, you're just kind of boned if you're having to attack into that.
Oh yeah, but Red team, Savage Beast.
No,
not swapped just yet.
No, they're doing it. Oh, I love it. The only no Reinhardt composition. Why are like they're not even being punished for it?
Even Bulls.
Yeah.
Gets the first kill, and now May being in big trouble here, just singled out by this Tracer, and Hansa will actually get the double kill in return.
Hansa!
1v2.
Man, this game is already my favorite so far. So first you have a team that does have a Reinhardt getting picked off at the beginning, and then runs a 1v2s, Vortex, and Savage Beast. It's a great start for me.
And Savage Beast turning quickly into one of the more versatile Reinhardts, picking up Genji, even Hanzo. But we'll go back to it, and so far it seems like it's paying off as 2 kills coming in for the red team. Make that free now with Savage Beast swinging away, getting that kill, going for the charge, misses, but this is still looking as a team fight win for Underdogs.
And Paul's almost getting picked up. With the support from Smokey and Daggers is right. I really like the composition. I'd like to see them switch off the Widow after this point, because, you know, the last one she's not particularly good. But for now, really nice composition. They're able to pull it off as well. Bulls is going for the flanking move here. We've seen that before. That was on the first point. Now Bulls are trying to do the same on the second point. If you can get a pick on Vaccine here, that's going to be huge.
But Runza claiming the first kill so far, and at the very least Bulls will be spotted out, so he won't be able to get a pick as easy just yet, and even Darky and Gene now contesting him, so it's not gonna make it easy for him. But Runza does have that ultimate, a lot of ultimates coming online on both ends, but the big ones to look out for is the Transcendence, as Red Team is gonna look to force that one out. I'm interested if they're gonna do it with the Earth Shatter or the Graviton, but Graviton will be out. Oh, it's Savage Beast! You mentioned it before, I didn't even see him going in from behind, getting that Reinhardt flank, manages to hit that Earth Shatter, and as a result, very easy team fight win for Underdogs.
I wasn't kidding, man. Like, he's one of the most unorthodox Reinhardts that we've seen so far, and when it doesn't work, it looks kind of bad. When it does work, it's amazing to watch.
But ultimates blown over from the blue hand side will mean that Underdogs will be pushed back. Darky getting another double, and
that was
payload.
And sorry for interrupting. There was a very aggressive Tranquility by Vaxen there if I've ever seen one. Just charges in with Tranquility to make sure the payload doesn't cap. It's successful though, and with the amount of space that they need to cover here, really buying them some valuable seconds, so I like that move.
And so far, still, we will see Gene at the very least get to high ground, and I don't think he's gotten spotted just yet, as he didn't start shooting the opposition. But Red Team still picking up 2 kills. Now Savage Beast getting the charge kill, but Gene with Attack Visor will try to be the hero. Will go down to Smokey. Gets only 2 kills, and as a result, Payload will be pushed to that objective.
Yeah, I imagine Bulls is going to switch off the Widowmaker now. Doesn't choose to do so. That's interesting to me. I would really like to see see them swap to a soldier. Darky, Trapdoor Spider gets squished, playing a little bit too aggressively. Not the best of positioning down. He gets picked off, which should allow Team Underdogs here to keep pushing through. And with Gene being picked up, that's going to be even worse for them.
And I gotta give credit to Smokey. I didn't even manage to keep count of the times he kept his shield for one of his teammates that has gotten hooked so far. Managed to shut Darky down, and Vortex now picking up that kill onto Drafty, and with 4 ultimates available on the side of Team Underdogs, this seems like a very easy last push, but last-ditch effort coming out of Entropy.
Oh man, yeah. Actually, I'm surprised with like how inefficient the graviton bombs have been so far. Every time they win, regardless, right? So it doesn't matter. But I love the feeling of just seeing a Tracer blink in and kill 4 people. It just isn't happening, man. Just isn't happening.
I would complain if it wasn't for that beautiful play of the game follow-up off of the graviton with Lucio with the boots.
Man,
I think that's a bit more special in my eyes.
Yeah, that's true. It also like legitimately requires more skill than just team coordination. So I don't mind. Hey, we're seeing Mr. Bibu back in action. I wouldn't mind that.
He's still, even after the nerfs, he is still strong. Before the nerfs, he was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, he was.
Most of the community just labeling the Omni Crisis being back in Overwatch.
Yeah, maybe it was Blizzard's idea for after the era G, they were like, well, we're just gonna do another one. Instead of Sombra, we're just gonna make everyone feel how it feels when you're oppressed by robots. Just buff Bastion into the heavens and watch him rain down terror on his enemies. That being said, I don't know. I like Bastion being somewhat viable. I think they did a good job of the rework. I think he's in kind of a... They can find a sweet spot for him, where he's like Symmetra, which we see Jiju play as well. Jijao, rather. That would be very nice. He's kind of have his own niche where he's good.
Well, he was, with those changes from the developer notes, they basically meant or said that they intended him to be more of a shield/tank buster. So they definitely succeeded on that regard. And with the slow push potentially coming in from the blue hand side, looking at that team composition, having that Bastion on your end when you're going to engage in that shield battle of who's going to get the shield destroyed first so they can get a nerf shatter off, or just a pick in this case, as they will have the Roadhog online, can be enough to decide on win here. But round will start, and Underdogs setting up on the high ground.
Yeah, nice positioning there, and Vortex well protected with the shield going down. They're not able to really put a dent into the offense here, and Savage Beast gets hooked in. That's not a great start.
But still, so far, only a 1-for-1 means that they should still be safe, and even Vortex, ooh, Drafty trying to deal with him, will go down to the Bastion, and now still Bastion managing to stay alive. Vortex will have that tank mode available soon, as he's already at 93%, and Jijao with the teleporter online soon to follow up with it. Means that Team Underdogs looking in a really good shape here.
Do you think they're gonna? Yeah, he's gonna go for teleporter with that positioning. And I mean, Dorado is a very long distance, so it's not too surprising.
But look at Vortex! Now going in with the ultimate. Earth Shatter is good, and the blue team will be hunted down by the Robotic Menace Omnic Menace, as Vortex will be able to get a few kills. Expected to get even more, but still, team fight win for Underdogs.
Yeah, good feeling. The correct nomenclature of Omnics, because calling Omnics robotics is kind of would probably make Bastion sad if he had feelings. Did they ever talk about that though? I mean, it's obvious to everyone that he has, but I don't know Blizzard's stance on AI.
I'm not entirely sure. I believe Omnics are pretty much meant to be more.
I mean, with Zenyatta, it's really obvious, but Bastion is kind of a grey area.
It is. I'm not that huge into lore, personally, so I don't actually know, but it is something.
I don't think they actually ever talked about that, but 3 people being earth shattered, and looks like this is the break that Team Entropy needed here.
And still 2-for-1. Now Drafty making it 2-for-2, but again, with the teleporter being down, means that they can't really get too much work done here, and they just need someone to take care of it, potentially, as again, teleporter being up means that they will not able to capitalize off of a successful push potentially here. But Smokey, in an stick position, will get the charge off, and with Whole Hog used by Savage Beast, they're looking to keep holding. As Vortex picks up the first kill onto Mamo, now looking for the second. Savage Beast kill.
I would really like to see them switch off the Widow at this point.
And it's rough because Drafty has been picking off some kills, and that's the potential danger when you have something like a Widowmaker. You see those kills come in, but it doesn't necessarily mean is the best choice for the composition here, but you're just baited into thinking that, hey, I'm doing my job, I'm getting those picks. So
yeah, I agree with you, and that isn't really to discredit Drafty's Widows. Like you said, he's been fairly accurate, been able to pick up a lot of kills, but I feel like against the composition that we've seen him run here, you know, with Symmetra, with Bastion, you can't let them set up, and Widow does give the enemy team time to set up properly, and with the shields from both Reinhardt and Symmetra, you're just not going to be able to properly push it through. So I would rather see them go for like a full dive comp here, but doesn't look like that's what they want to do. 10 seconds left on the clock, and they're going to go for one more push. Savage Beast being taken out already.
But Bulls with the Nanoboost attack visor is in a good position. Finally gets spotted out, but doesn't matter as he will get that kill, but nobody on the card just yet. And we will see the Ana go down, but still, Vortex from behind in Sentry mode, raining down so much damage means that they will go down, even having that attack mode online. And fortunate for Entropy, but Underdogs will be able to get the win.
Yeah, that's going to be 2-0. I like this game, though. I felt like it was a little bit more exciting than the ones we've seen so far. May not really reflect in the score, but a lot of fun stuff happening here. I like seeing Bastion. I like seeing the Widowmaker, you know, a little bit more diverse compositions. And it actually is going to be Bastion play of the game. This is, what is this? Beta? Or, you know, last week, but more specifically beta. I remember then no one really had to play against old Bastion. Those were the days.
Even during launch.
Yeah, man.
They were
like the first 2 weeks, right? Bastion was just a menace.
But still really well played. It was a bit close though at the very end. There are only daggers available next to the card to contest, as the rest of the team Underdogs tried to go for a flanking position, and it was really close. Almost gotten that card to that first point, but not close enough. And as a result, better play overall from Team Underdogs as well.
Yeah, agreed. Underdogs, so 1-1 during the day so far, and they're going to have 2 more matches coming up. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to have Team Euphoria Gaming versus the Underdogs next, and then we have 2 teams playing, Entropy versus Paradigm 6 and Underdogs versus Nuking. So we're not sure which is going to be the last match that we're going to broadcast today, but the next one is going to be Euphoria versus Underdogs. While we're on a break, or before we go on a break, rather, we'd like to thank the sponsors of the tournament: Go, AOC, the Malta Tourism Authority, the Gamers Lounge, and www.visitmalta.com for making this tournament happen. We're going to go on a short commercial break, and we will be back in around 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere.